If you've thought about moving to Miami, which part of Miami did you consider? Miami is more than beaches and palm trees. My name is James Grover, and I'll tell you why Brickell may be an area to consider. Miami is one of the hottest, if not the hottest city in the country right now, but Miami is made up of several areas, not to mention all the other cities that surround Miami, like Miami Gardens, Miami Lakes, Coral Gables, Kendall. And in this video, I'll talk specifically about Brickell, the financial district of Miami. I've lived in Brickell for 15 years or so, and I've experienced firsthand its exponential growth. And make no mistake, Brickell is the city. It's high-rise central. Brickell is known as the Manhattan of the South, or the financial capital or gateway to Latin America. Brickell is the definition of hustle and bustle in Miami. It's located just south of downtown, separated by the Miami River. You have Brickell, then to the north you have the Miami River, and then downtown. And while people refer to Brickell as the Manhattan of the South, it's not Manhattan. Brickell's probably the closest thing to Manhattan in Miami, but it's significantly smaller. That being said, it's easy to see how the comparison's made. Brickell's full of high-rises. You'll see people walking everywhere. It's a densely populated area with shops and offices. There's a sort of electricity that cities have, and Brickell's no different. There's always something going on. I enjoy the excitement and energy of the city, but also, Brickell's one of the few places where you won't need a car. Yes, I do have a car, but you don't necessarily need one. Everything here is within walking distance. We have 3 supermarkets that service the Brickell area. Whole Foods is just a short walk away over the bridge and into downtown. Many of the high-rises have small markets or bodegas that service the buildings, which makes everything super convenient. And while Miami isn't world-renowned for its public transportation, it does have public transportation that services the Brickell area. We have what's called the Metromover. This is a small automated train that goes between Brickell and downtown. That makes it super easy to get back and forth to some of Miami's best attractions. Imagine going to a Heat game or to the Perez Art Museum or the Frost Science Museum without having to jump into a car and battle through traffic and look for parking. Maybe you want to check out a concert at the James L. Knight Center, or maybe the opera or theater at the Adrian Arts Center. Easy, just get on the Metromover. Did I mention that the Metromover is free? Yes, the Metromover is free. Just walk into one of the Metromover stations and voila, step out at your destination. If you need to get out of Brickell or out of Miami's urban core, then you can jump onto the Metrorail. The Metrorail costs just a few dollars and you can use it to get to the airport. That means going back and forth to the airport without having to bother your friends for a ride or getting an Uber or paying for parking. Not to mention, there's never rush hour on the Metrorail. It rides on its own track above the streets. You can jump on the Metrorail to get to the University of Miami or to the Dadeland Mall, or you can transfer to a bus which takes you to South Beach. The Metrorail also connects to other rail lines such as the Bright Line or the Tri-Rail. And for those that don't know, the Bright Line is Florida's high-speed rail, which will send you as far north as Orlando. Maybe you want to check out the theme parks in Orlando for the weekend. The Bright Line will get you there. Again, you don't need a car. And for a lower-cost alternative, the Tri-Rail connects you to other cities such as Hollywood, Fort Lauderdale, Pompano Beach, and maybe you want to escape to West Palm Beach for the weekend. The Tri-Rail can take you there. But if you want to stay local, and if you want to stay in Brickell, then it's a walker's paradise. Everything is within walking distance. Restaurants, bars, shops, there's always something new opening up, and no shortage of after-work happy hour spots. Brickell is truly a mixed-use area. On any given day, you'll see business professionals, tourists, cyclists, joggers, you name it, you'll see it. And that's because Brickell's a place where people can live, work, and play. It sits on the water's edge along Biscayne Bay. Catching the sunrise along the water's edge during an early morning walk is a reality for many Brickell residents. Again, you'll see people walking and jogging and cycling. I'll admit, sometimes I need a little push to get off the couch. But when I look outside and see all these people being active, suddenly it's not that difficult. Okay, fine. If they can do it, I can do it. Get the body moving, get the blood flowing. And who knows, maybe you'll see a dolphin or manatee in the wild in the bay. It doesn't happen every time, but when it does, it feels like it's my lucky day. If nightlife is your thing, again, there's plenty of bars and restaurants to go to. Brickell City Center is nearby, so you can do some shopping, catch a movie, or take the Brickell selfie. This Brickell selfie's become the photo for anyone visiting Brickell. So on any given day, you never know who you're going to run into. If you're into people watching, this may be the spot for you. Maybe you'll see some celebrity and have a story to tell about it. Or if staying in is what you prefer, Brickell offers the ultimate in convenience. Since everything is close by, everyone delivers. The DoorDash and Uber Eats options are endless. Brickell is one of the few places where it makes sense for people to come to you. So if you need clothes that need to be dry cleaned, they'll come pick it up and drop it off. In my building, I drop clothes off with the concierge. A few days later, I pick them up. No sweat. If you want to work with a personal trainer, they'll come to you. If you want to get your kids swimming lessons, they'll come to you. Whatever it is, there's a good chance that they'll come to you. It's super convenient. But what many people don't realize is that this convenience actually gives you back your time. No more sitting in traffic for an hour each way while taking your child to piano lessons, for example. So if you're someone that wants to go out, you can do that. If you want to stay in, you can do that too. In Brickell, you have that option. For me, Brickell provides action and excitement when I want it, but also the convenience and downtime when I don't. But there is one question that I do get asked all the time. Can you live in Miami without speaking Spanish? Yes, Miami is heavily influenced by Latin culture, which means you will hear Spanish day in and day out. You'll see things like croquetas and empanadas at every gas station. But in Brickell, people speak English. Do they also speak Spanish? Yeah, probably. Would it be beneficial to pick up some Spanish? Sure. But is it necessary to speak Spanish in Brickell? No. Several years back, sure, it's probably more important, but now, not so much. We saw a significant influx of people after the pandemic. People moved in from other parts of the country. That means more English speakers moved to Brickell. So don't be alarmed if someone greets you first in Spanish and then follows up in English. In Brickell, renting a one-bedroom generally starts around $2,300 a month. You can find some older units a bit cheaper at around $2,000 a month, but $2,300 is a pretty good starting point, with 2 bedrooms coming in at around $2,500 to $3,000 per month. If you want to go fancy, you can do that too. We have higher-end units going upwards of $10,000 to $15,000 a month or more. It's really up to you and what you want to do. If you'd like to own as opposed to rent, one-bedroom units tend to start around $350,000. Closer to $400,000 gives you a lot more options. 2-bedroom units will run in the $450,000 to $500,000 range, but they can go up into the millions. It really depends on the building you're in and what your preferences are. If you want to get into specifics, let me know. Drop me a comment. If you're considering a move to Miami, reach out. I'm your friend on the inside. I live, work, and play in the Brickell area, and I'll help you find something that suits you. My contact info is in the description, so feel free to reach out and ask me anything. And don't forget to subscribe if you want to keep up with Brickell and its surrounding areas. My name is James, and until next time.